In traditional classes, students are taught to memorize individual words without context, but the bad news is that way of learning is just a waste of time and effort.
I totally forgot it!
If you don't get enough exposure to context and don't know how to use words, you are gonna forget them in a short period of time. In this episode, I'll walk you through the context-based vocabulary learning method. Here we go! What is context? Context is the words surrounding the target vocabulary word. It can be presented in a phrase or a sentence that offers additional background information. It helps your brain to make sense of the target language. Do you still remember how you learned Chinese idioms? You didn't just memorize expression, but learn it in stories. That's context-based learning. So how can you learn vocabulary in context? 1. Extensive listening and reading. The best way to learn words in context is extensive listening and extensive reading. Just listen to lots of podcasts or watch lots of TV shows, TED Talks, and movies. These are a great source for the most common words. The characters and scenes help you learn how to use words in a way that makes sense. Take the most popular word of 2022, metaverse. You might wonder, what is it? But when you listen to how Mark Zuckerberg talks about it, you know it right away.
Starting with the most important experience of all, connecting with people. Imagine you put on your glasses or headset and you're instantly in your home space. It has parts of your physical home recreated virtually. It has things that are only possible virtually. All right, perfect. Oh, hey, Mark. Hey, what's going on?
Welcome to Bingbao's Metaverse!
Also, read a variety of texts like news articles, essays, magazines, and books. Studies found that extensive reading is beneficial to vocabulary learning. Let's say you come across this new word in your reading, the boomerang generation. You read the title, you have no idea, don't worry, just keep reading. Millions of adults have moved back in with their parents, including 2/3 of 20 to 34-year-olds without children. Who is the boomerang generation? The adults who have moved back home to live with their parents.
Congratulations, you got it!
Do you need to look up new words all the time? You can, but not always. If you are able to understand a word from the context, just move on. If you feel stuck, then look it up. The first time you see a new word, you might have to look it up. Read the definitions and example sentences. Over time, with massive input, you'll come across these common words many times and automatically remember them. Since a single word may have multiple definitions, remembering all the meanings without context is unrealistic. For example, a single word like undo has many meanings. He could hardly undo her brow. By no means we can undo the past. The team was undone by the speed and the strength of their opponents. So extensive listening and extensive reading are vital for learning vocabulary.
很重要哦。
2. Learn phrases and sentences. Learn phrases in context instead of memorizing single words. Speaking and writing require a combination of words rather than single words. Phrases help your brain make sense of new words and retain them longer.
I love you. I adore you. I respect you. I'm in love with you.
I have feelings for you, Sebastian.
I need you.
I'm mad about you. Crazy about you.
On top of that, when learning phrases, you are also learning grammar intuitively. You'll naturally know what sounds right. Many students are obsessed with analyzing grammar. Of course you can do that, but it may stop you from learning well.
你吃饭了吗？你吃了饭了吗？你吃完饭了吗？你吃过饭了吗？请问了是什么用法呢？了，我不会说中文。了。
3. Use it or lose it. You can't just keep the vocabulary in your brain but never use it. So use the words. Whenever you learn a new word, make sentences with it and tell a story. You may keep a journal or find a friend who speaks in English with, so the word becomes relevant to you and it stays longer in your memory. The tips above add up to one strategy, absorbing as much content in English as possible. No matter how much you know about how to learn English, always remember to invest time into listening and reading. The words will stick in your mind automatically. Thanks for watching. I'm Xiaobingbao. See you next time.